let's have this week's Here's How. And this week, here's how to be happy. Speak to more strangers. If you're purposely rude to strangers, you can take pleasure in knowing that your day is now immediately better than theirs is. You're already winning. Go to the second-hand shop and get a cheap handbag and purse. Buy some of those, the fake money napkins in a pound shop or something and put them in a wallet. Then smear dog shit all over the inside of the handbag and pop the purse in there. Maybe a bit of cheap costume jewellery in there too to give it a bit of a sparkle, to give them a reason to dig around in there. Then pop the bag across the road from your house and just wait and watch people. If the anticipation doesn't get you there, the people's reactions will as they stick their hands in the bag there. If the way that my dad used to cheer me up as a kid repulses you, then you could always skip the dog shit part and just put something really fucking heavy in the handbag. A concrete block, for example, in case they try to kick it along or they go to pick it up. Watch them do their backing or break their toes. This isn't a tried and tested method by myself, as dog shit was always more abundant where I lived, whereas, like sand and cement was much harder to come by as a kid. Rearrange shelves in shops. Until someone asks you for help, don't just be doing it to be helpful. That's never going to make you happy. The bigger the shop, the quicker the request will come, though, I guarantee it. Then, see how long you can lead that person around the store on a fucking merry little magical adventure. Try and get them to report you as well to your non-existent manager, just for, for a laugh. And you'll be laughing about this for days, mate. Something to tell your friends, tell your family, to even just recollect in a couple days' time to yourself. Disappoint people. If you find out someone has applied for a job, create a fake email address and email that friend to tell them they've received the job, or at least they've received the interview for the job that they were going for. Arrange a date and a time, even offer to take them to it. Obviously as the friend, not as the new employer, they'd never believe and catch on. Then listen to them in the car on the way back as they act all angry and confused. Offer to take them to the pub to cheer them up. Then you get to have a skinful with a newly depressed person, so you can expect a night of wild antics. Get yourself an ugly partner and take pride in knowing that your friends think you're doing your partner a service. That's something to smile about. Volunteer. Literally anywhere, don't matter. Not only will helping people feel great, but you'll feel good when you tell absolutely everyone you meet that you volunteer at the orphanage or the school for deaf kids or the old folks home. Think of the endorphins that you'll be receiving in your brain as you literally see the life drain from the eyes of the people you speak to about what you did over the weekend. Just going to take like 20 seconds, 30 seconds of your time, guys. I thought I'd put these in the middle so you don't just cut them off at the end and they don't become annoying. If you can, follow us on any social media you can. Send us in messages to your friends. Send links to this show if you've enjoyed it. Send links to me book, snippets from me book, or, if you're really feeling kind, join us Patreon. You'll find links for it in the description below. Let's carry on with the show. I don't want to take up too much of your time, like I say, man of my word and that. Make a website that peddles literal fake news, completely fabricated stories, but make them all happy. Take real life news stories and add a positive spin on them, a little twist. Massive crash, dozen deaths, but the local florist was close to being out of business and the recent boost in sales meant that they didn't have to lay off staff. Just as an example. Or, the world's oldest woman dies at the age of 127. Well, that just means that there's a new woman at the top of the leaderboard. And if statistics are anything to go off, she's got another, say, 15 years in her because she's only 112 at the minute. You don't celebrate Christmas, so you're annoyed at everything at this time of year. That's a fair assumption, isn't it? Just think of all that overtime money that's available in factories. Now, factory owners won't want to shut down manufacturing, so you're in prime position to barter with your bosses to keep these factories open that you work in. Plus, your colleagues will love that you're ready to fight for them. Everyone in these factories will know your name. You'll be on the tip of everyone's tongue. Popularity is always something to be happy about. Send all your neighbours letters, contracts that, if they don't reply to by letter within a certain time frame, they then owe you for cutting their grass. Mark the calendar for a window for responses. As it passes, go and cut their lawns, and then afterwards, invoice them for their work. Contract law is fucking amazing, mate. This will introduce you to the neighbours, maybe earn you a few quid, and maybe also introduce you to the local upper classes in the area and all. Because they'll be the solicitors that you'll be dealing with, and they will love you because you've just sent them loads of work. And that's the end of this week's Here's How. Here's Benny the Butcher and Freddie Gibbs with One Way Flight.